Kenya and Uganda have resolved a long-standing dispute that now allows the landlocked country to directly import its oil through Kenya. The resolution came with the signing of a tripartite agreement between the governments of Kenya and Uganda and the Uganda National Oil Company in Nairobi today. The two countries have been embroiled in the dispute, with the matter making its way to courts both in Kenya and the EAC Regional Court. Brenda Wanga reports.
President William Ruto rolled out the red carpet for his guest, President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda, and his entourage at State House, Nairobi. The state visit, the culmination of talks and efforts between the two countries to mend frayed diplomatic ties over the importation of petroleum products for Uganda through Kenya.
PS, Principal Secretary, Petroleum Kenya.
And in Nairobi, both countries inked a deal bringing to a close nearly 6 months of bad blood between them that saw the two countries face off in court, both locally and regionally. The deal now allows Uganda National Oil Company to directly import petroleum products through Kenya and her infrastructure.
The tripartite agreement on the importation and transit of refined petroleum products through Kenya to Uganda, whose signing we've just witnessed, enables Uganda National Oil Company Limited to import refined product commodities directly from producers in different jurisdictions, thus bringing to an end the challenges faced by the sector in Uganda.
Uganda had been denied a license by Kenya's EPRA to operate as an oil marketer in Kenya, a move that would allow it to import its products through the country's pipeline infrastructure. The case for and against the application by Uganda was prosecuted both in Kenya and in Arusha at the East African Court of Justice. The standoff, lasting from September last year, saw Uganda look to Tanzania to alleviate its petrol importation problems. Now Ruto says this is no longer an issue.
We are confident that these instruments will consolidate our strong relations and anchor it on a transformative trajectory. As leaders, we are committed to implementing all our obligations in order to reap their full benefits.
The signing of the deal in Nairobi follows the joint ministerial meeting held early this week in Kampala, where 7 instruments of cooperation were signed, helping to resolve other trade barriers between the two countries.
Now, these vikwazo are not good for the common market. Like somebody was telling me to stop the rice from Tanzania. Why? Because I have got some inefficient rice growers in Uganda.
All the issues around rice and juice and furniture and eggs and chicken and sugar and all the other issues are now resolved.
Beyond the trade issues between the two countries, Ruto and Museveni also echoed calls for cooperation by the East African nations to secure the region, especially in the troubled countries of South Sudan, Somalia, and the DRC. The two heads of state also committed to mobilize resources for the development of cross-country and regional infrastructure that will not only help trade linkages but also deepen integration as the East African Federation dream moves towards realization. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV.